done them in the past, this will not be successful. And so they introduced new practices. They tried them out. What worked, they kept. What didn't work, they threw away. And what they were left with was something that worked for them in terms of managing what was a huge, complex, massive undertaking to be able to develop a submarine, a missile, and launch control software that would actually be able to operate at sea reliably and autonomously. Which means that what's been left over and what we have as modern management, modern project management, directly comes from there in terms of PERT charts, in terms of Gantt charts, and many of other techniques, is wonderful if what we're managing is a large missile project in the U.S. military in the 1950s. What it doesn't acknowledge is the reason that that worked for them is because that was what they learned worked for them. What we're now doing, and the risk is, we start adopting those practices wholesale and then rejecting them because they don't work for us, losing sight of what actually represents the opportunity for learning. Because our standards came out of that learning process. But now how we approach standards is we tend to try to adopt them wholesale as opposed to recognizing we need to learn and adapt our approach in order to be able to be effective. So the key insights from the study and this research and what I'd like to have you take away from this presentation. First off, what we're trying to do here is connect the personal and the organizational. I want to go back to where we started. We're asking people to step away from personal practices that they've brought to the table, that's what made them successful today, and move to an organizational approach. We want them to actually adopt a more organizational functioning. This is not a project management problem. This is not a process problem. This is a change management problem. Because the only reason that people are going to be willing to do that is if they can see the organizational practices be materially better and give them better ability to manage than what they have